It definitely looks like we had a rock band recording in last weekend. Good morning, everybody. Week 18 starts today on Tuesday because I had my day off yesterday for obvious reasons. Again, a busy week. So today there's a love song to do because Mother's Day is approaching fast and there are a few requests coming in. And obviously need to edit the stuff from the weekend today, so that's on the menu for today. And tomorrow there's a Singer Songwriter that's been in the studio before, Raven. He's doing sort of punky singer songwriter stuff, pretty interesting because it's dirty singer songwriter stuff, which I really like working with him. Nice guy. That's on the menu for tomorrow. Then Tuesday's my day off again. Maybe Raven's coming back on Friday. That depends on how fast we move tomorrow. And Saturday and Sunday. The recording is on Sunday, but the rehearsal is on Saturday, so I attend that. Is a recording of choir and orchestra I do in a church, which is gonna be a fun one. A tiny little bit scared of that, but make it happen. So need to make up my mind how to approach that because it's been a while since I've done that. I've recorded the same choir a few times, but that's pre-COVID, so that's roughly 4 years ago. So I need to remember how I managed that. It's already sounding pretty good. I mean, the great thing about the band Force 19 is that basically all the equipment is pretty decent. So nice cymbals, actually great sounding cymbals, not that metallic thing you get with budget cymbals. I think if you're a drummer, they're cells, I don't know, they are important, especially the snare, but you can get around this. But so like for example with trigger, that's something I do. If I record my crappy drum set, I trigger the snare, the tom, the kick, everything. But the thing I can't sample are cymbals, and if you have budget cymbals, they just sound like crap. But if you have expensive cymbals, they sound awesome. And Force 19, they are great cymbals. And I really like the guitar amp. They had the Koch amp. It's pretty fun that this company still exists because when I did a job in a music store when I was a teenager, so in school holidays when I worked there, and that's roughly 22 years ago, the amp the guitar player Force 19 used, that one was new, if I remember rightly, back then. And fun to see this amp back again, and I know it really sounds nice and it really sounded nice, so enjoyed recording that. So great signals, and yeah, just edited the first song, just to see if everything works. Already put this into my template, and yeah, it sounds nice. Sounds good. Sounds good. Like it. I know where to go with this sonically. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy. Looking forward to a great song, a great EP. Coming your way whenever, right? And the audic's been great mics for the toms, because that's been a first as well for me, recording with a D2 and D4, and actually quite nice microphones because you get a great separation out of them. So there's not much bleed on it. I mean, yes, I cut them because I'm used to this, but I think I don't really need to. I think a gate would do a good enough job, and yeah, it saves me a bit of time editing. So yeah, happy with that. Room mics as well. I mean, yes, I'm really happy with this room. I really like this room, to be honest. Really proud of myself, and I'm not proud a lot of times, but talking about this room, really proud. Sounds nice. Yes, I like what I get from these Blue Line ribbon room microphones, and as well from the mono room. Yeah, it's quite nice. I mean, there are always stuff you want to improve, you want to change, and you want to make better. Yes, I mean, I would love to have the cinema round absorbers, so the black absorbers I have in the control room, they need to go on the side walls and on the back of the drums. And I would love to have 6 more of these diffusers when I have behind the drums, there behind the piano, so behind your camera, and here on my right, because that corner sounds a bit crap, and it's a bit a lost space. But yeah, maybe I can sort that out. And yeah, and then there will be a few absorbers, and yeah, maybe I put some, I don't know, they said that they would like to have some absorption and diffusion on the ceiling. I don't really know if they need that here, because that's already quite nice. Probably above the drums there will be a few panels coming up, but well, not much to film today actually. I mean, editing is quite boring to watch because I'm just moving clips around and listening to stuff and fading and stuff like that, so not really interesting and nothing fancy to talk about. I mean, I feel like editing a recording is pretty important to get a decent mix, but that's nothing I would show someone, because I feel like that's pretty common sense what I do. So I just listen to some crossfades, making fades in, making fades out. If something is wonky in time, I fix that. I do not make any mix decisions. I'm just listening to some stuff, if it's in time, if not in time, if it's faded right and stuff, like just like that. Nothing balancing or something. I rarely listen to the whole song, but just a few instruments at a time, and probably a click or something, and that's basically it. And the other thing I just did is importing vocals from Saskia for this one love song, and now exporting that. That's done in 5 minutes. You've seen that before, and if you haven't, I put a link to this how we do love songs video in the info cards if I don't forget it. And yeah, that's pretty simple stuff, and the rest is just putting cables away, making order in the tracking room, just trying to come back in shape. So for tomorrow we're basically ready to go, and still and even the weekend is pre-sorted for me. Let's talk about what I've planned there. Jesus, it just fall over mic stand I put on the floor. Let's talk about what I'm planning for the weekend. On Saturday I will attend the final rehearsal of Junge Kantorei Bornheim. That's what they are called. It's a choir I used to sing in years back before my kids were born. It basically stopped because didn't have much time when the kids were born, and now I don't feel like going back for various reasons. Reasons that don't belong to that video. Nothing personal to individuals. Just Anyway, it's all good. But I'm still in contact with their musical director, Nutgar. Kind of like talking to. He's just a great guy. Anyway, so we're gonna record this choir, and I'm telling you the piece if I find it. It's Mendelssohn Lobgesang Opus 52. Yeah. It's a 60-minute piece with 4-voice choir, I guess, and 3 solos, and they also have a small orchestra. So 3 first, 3 second violins, 2 viola, 2 cello, and 1 double bass. Then trumpets, trombone, horn, flute, clarinet, oboe, and forgot? What's the English word for forgot? Bassoon. Yeah, there we go. And that's it. So, but saying that's it, that's actually a bit tricky to record. So basically there will be a main mic, and that will be the big thing to do on Saturday. So on Saturday I will take my big stand with me, my 2 Hahn MBHO small diaphragm mics, because I like them as a main mic, because they're, as we've seen in this video a few weeks ago with the mic comparison, they're a bit more gentle on the high, so they're not that crisp and not that over exaggerating the high end. So I feel like it's a great microphone for a main microphone, because it tends to represent the human ear better than the Lewitt does, or the Octava does, or even the Rode do. So, and the Rode NT1A. So I'm gonna use these as my main microphone. I will put up in an ORTF configuration in the middle of the room. Why do I use RTF and not XY and not MS or something? I hope you're familiar with stereo microphonation. So XY is you have 2 capsules just crossing each other. The thing is that I like the combination in RTF. So you have this sort of mushy, not really picking people, so you can't really pick one person where it's standing. It's just a blob of choir and orchestra, but it is stereo and wide enough and deep enough. I feel like ORTF is a bit deeper than XY, and AB isn't an option because it's a concert and I have to be out of the way, and that's another restraint. I can't put microphones just everywhere because it's a concert. People want to attend a concert and watch the choir as well, and not watch microphones in front of the choir. So yes, we have this big microphone in the middle of the room somewhere. I try to find the place on Saturday. We'll move this mic stand a lot and make notes. And because we have this orchestra, and I'm a bit scared of the choir probably being a bit too quiet, not coming out as much, I want to put some microphones in front of the choir. That will be the LTC 040, basically because they're small. Mainly because they are small microphones, the smallest I have, so they're not in the way visibly, but just doing their job, mic in the choir. They will be right and left and right, that way. Of the choir, and just mic in the choir in sort of an A-B, so left one for soprano and tenor, and left for alto and bass. Yeah. Then I might use the Octava MK012 for the orchestra, but I don't quite know how to place that. I'm thinking about a wide XY, but I would need to go above the conductor. Might be tricky to place, or I go for a wide AB as well in front of them, but angled down, so I only get the instruments and not the choir, because it would be stupid to put two mics in front of the orchestra, which also pick up the choir, and then have second microphones pick up the choir. I don't quite know yet. I need to see how they are placed and how I can make the best out of that. And then I need to listen to stuff on Saturday night or Sunday morning and figure out, do I need special microphones for the solo artists? That what is sort of spare are the NT1As and the TLM 102. I don't want to go for the Neumann, for the big Neumanns, for the U87 or TLM 67. I know they are superior mics sonically to the Rode and the 102, but they're big and bulky, and I don't want to have microphones in their way. Either way, I will place them below miking up, so they're not visible to the people attending the concert. So that will be a strange microphonation anyway. And I can remember that last time I did this, I needed these microphones, yes, but I realized, well, I was just miking their sheet of their music sheets. So I was miking a piece of paper, being in the way between mouth and my microphone, which didn't make a whole lot of sense. So I need to see how I can do this, how I manage that. I guess I will not need any spot mics for the orchestra. I probably think they are balanced enough. And yeah, everything else we will just see. Oh, and a funny thing, I will not take my audio interface or stuff with me. I will take my SQ5 with me, which might be a bit oversized to take a mixing console with me, but I will not use it as a mixing console. I will use it as an interface, and I will use the stage box, so I don't have to run hundreds of meters of XLR cables, but just a network cable. I hope you know what I mean. And then recording on, probably 96 kilohertz because I can. Just ordered an SSD drive, an external SSD drive of 1 terabyte, because that might be a big session. We're gonna try this out on Friday here in the studio, and then I'm gonna try it out obviously on Saturday at the final rehearsal, and then we see. It's gonna be a fun one. Really looking forward to that. Sorry for not filming any work, but that would be really boring, and yeah, nothing going on. So yeah, but the great thing is I'm ahead of schedule. I thought I need 2 days for editing the stuff down. When I actually finished with editing. So that means that, yeah, we do the recording tomorrow, but on Friday I have basically, I'm ahead one day, which is awesome. So I think I will start straight away with mixing then on Friday, and also editing the stuff tomorrow. So yeah, being ahead of schedule is nice, and gives me a bit more room to play with, and yeah, I feel better staying at home a bit. No, I will not stay at home and freelance again. So yeah, just putting away a few microphones that were lying around over there. Not much happened today. Just, yeah, a lot of editing stuff, and that's nothing you need to watch me do, because it's just me watching a screen. And to be honest, I'm listening to podcasts and YouTube videos while doing that. So yeah, it's really boring. And yeah, you don't need to watch that. But the great thing is I'm ahead of schedule now, because I actually finished all 5 songs we did on the weekend. In terms of edit, that means that I'm actually 1 full day ahead of myself. I thought I'll be finished. I need 2 days for editing, but it's just been 1 day, which is good, which is awesome. That means that tomorrow we have a recording, yes, obviously, but on Friday I don't have to edit Forest 19. I can either then edit the stuff from tomorrow, or I start mixing. And I'll start mixing Forest 19. One or the other. And yeah, while editing and listening to podcasts. Yes, I listen to podcasts while editing, because just occasionally need to listen to stuff. Everything else is just, yeah, looking at the screen and making crossfades and cutting stuff and so on and so forth. So, moving warp markers in the right spot. That's nothing I need to listen to all the time. Yeah, while there I was writing with Angelo, the Italian singer we had the pleasure to do a few weeks back, don't know. Yeah, his song is pretty much finished, or that's something we could do on Friday. Master that ballad, and he'd like to come back for another song that should be around the 20th of May. Yeah, let's see what he's up for. What type of song we're gonna do. He said he wrote something English as well, so maybe. But I like the Italian song. I really like this song. It's a really great song. I'm really looking forward to another session. I mean, these are fast sessions, fast songwriting and recording sessions, but that's often awesome if people actually have a plan on what to do and move fast. That's really nice, and I really enjoy that. And he's a nice guy, so I enjoy working with him anyway. Yeah, that's gonna happen on the 20th. So yeah, I drive home now, take my bike and drive home. It's really hot outside, it's 25 degrees Celsius, so yeah. And then tomorrow we're back for recording punky singer-songwriter music. But sorry, again, I know he doesn't want to be on camera. He specifically told me that he doesn't want any pictures of him for various reasons. That's a project under an alternative ego and an alternative name. So yeah, and I totally respect that, and yeah. So no filming of the recording tomorrow, but I will show you the setup anyway and talk about it, and yeah, it's all good. So see you in a few seconds, or how many hours. Really messy, but that's the setup we use, and I'm gonna explain to you what we do. So the main thing are these two microphones where we do in vocals and acoustic guitar at the same time. That's why they placed like that. So the one mic rejects the vocals, K2 rejects as much of the vocal as possible, and the TLM 67 rejects as much from the acoustic guitar as possible. That's why they angled a bit weird, but sounds good. So not changing that. And so he's sitting on that chair. And I also track a DI signal of the acoustic guitar, and then we have this orange amp back there mic'd with an TLM 102. It's pretty quiet. And then I just thought, well, I have a nice room here, why not doing a room mic? And that's just the CK40 doing a bloom line configuration, just a good room sound. And that's basically all we do. So that's been that. Great day. Bit strange day, because when he came in, I learned that these songs were pretty new for him, and so he recorded the first song, and that just didn't work. It just sounded wrong and unfinished and not thought through, and I didn't feel it and he didn't feel it, and we just scrapped the first song completely. And I felt like, okay, we're gonna scrap the whole session and he will come back later with a plan. But then he said, no, let's do it completely different. So at first he played acoustic guitar in a guitar amp, a mic that it's been a bit dirty and rough on the edges and stuff. And after he did the guitar, he sang in a second take and wanted to do overdubs, as we did with the last record we did together. So he's a returning client. And that didn't work. So we changed, as you saw, to recording vocals and guitar in one take. And that turned out to be sonically and emotionally the right thing. But because these songs been only 3 weeks old, he didn't feel that confident playing these songs in one take. And watching his chords and need to look up the lyrics and stuff. So that was a bit stressful for him, and I could see that, and I tried to motivate him and pushed him through the session. And in the end, he's pretty happy, and I am pretty happy because it sounds pretty amazing. Listening to him playing acoustic guitar and singing with all the emotions in it. And then some overdubs occasionally on some songs. Only some songs have overdubs. So yeah, we didn't do it as planned, but it worked, and for me it works, and it sounds awesome right now. So we're gonna do something different for me. Normally I say to clients, okay, I'm gonna mix that over the next few weeks, put that in my rotation. When I feel like it, I start mixing these songs. But he wants to be involved in that, and I think he wants to see the development and wants to guide the emotional development of these songs. In case you're wondering, I'm just putting stuff away. So we meet on Friday. Tomorrow I have my day off, and then we meet on Friday, and we're gonna mix these songs together, which is strange for me. But yeah, should work. I see no reason why it should not work. I'm just honest and do what I do. There are a few bits and pieces that are quite interesting. So I needed to work pretty fast because I wanted to keep his flow and stuff, and didn't want to bore him with technical difficulties and stuff, and didn't want to do a lot of takes. I wanted to be ready when he's ready, basically. So I put up the mics for guitar and vocals pretty fast, and it would have been nice to change the placement or something, or tell him to do it differently, but I didn't want to, because I wanted to get the emotional thingy out of him, and didn't want to distract him, because I felt like he's distracted anyway, because he needs to sing and perform the songs in a different way than he's used to. I hope you know what I mean. So the guitar, the placement of the microphones could be better. The separation of guitar and vocals. So I just tried out Waves Clarity, and that helps. So the vocal mic, I got rid of basically all the acoustic guitar bleed, and that works for me. So it doesn't sound that phasey, roomy as it did before. And that is something where I'm always hesitant on telling the clients, I fucked up, basically. I like to show them the solution of the problem they never knew existed. But in that case, I need to show him that I could have done something better, but I already fixed it. I hope that makes sense what I'm just saying. So I'm now putting some mics away, bringing the tracking room back in shape, taking my bike home. That was a stand. Take my bike home and have my day off. Tomorrow I urgently need a day off. Technically I had Monday off, but my kids were at home, so that doesn't count. See you Friday in a few seconds. Good morning. Friday today. It's a bit dark and grey outside. I feel like it's 6 o'clock in the morning or something. Don't know. Anyway, you know what? I thought I'm gonna make these videos a bit shorter because some people told me, well, I didn't like to watch me 1 hour, and I'm not like cutting a whole lot off because I think, yeah, there are fun bits in. So I'm gonna split these videos a bit, and so today's just a bit of an office day. In a few minutes, Raven will show up and we're gonna mix his 5 songs. I'm gonna mix a love song, and I will start working on Forest 19, and I will also master the Italian song we did a few weeks back. And yeah, so that's basically an office day, and not much really interesting going on. And if so, I will point the camera on it. And then tomorrow I will do a new video about this weekend, about recording the choir, and I will talk about the setup I'm going to use and all that jazz a bit more in detail, because I think it deserves a bit more detail. And then I see. I think I'll go with this one. If the week is just a bit standard, and it's just a 30 to 45 minute video, I will stick to the video on Monday evening with a whole week. And if that's not the case and there's something special going on during that week, I will make separate videos out of it. So next week probably will be, yeah, a normal video. But yeah, for example, if we do the show with Johnny Carajo on the 8th of June, that will be a separate video. Yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, I already said thank you very, very much for watching for this part, and see you probably Wednesday for the video about recording a choir. So be sure to subscribe, like, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. See you soon. Bye bye.